All right, everybody. It is Monday, and we're going to do a video today. I don't really have a specific topic, but I think you'll want to watch because you might have a hand in picking my very first topic in like 2 weeks. I mean, it's as simple as that. I got sick. I had the flu, and that was just horrendous. And was just coughing all over the place. Everything was terrible. And then after I had the flu, I had to spend a lot of time, well, obviously working, but also I was speaking at a conference this past weekend in Louisville, Kentucky. And so I had planned to sort of write not the sermon, but the speech, the talk, whatever you want to call it. I had planned to write it during the weeks that I was sick, and so I had to write it last week as well. And so that combination of factors has led to, obviously, a much slower trickle of videos. And so people have noticed, they've been sending me messages, making sure I'm okay, I'm still going to do videos and all that. And yeah, here it is. All right, yeah, let's just talk for a little bit. Yeah, it's another bad thing about getting sick too is that I definitely lost some gains in the weight room. That's for sure. And when I went back a couple of weeks later, my overhead press was definitely decimated, absolutely obliterated. It was awful. I felt so weak. It was not fun. That was the one where I lost the most gains. Actually, the least amount of loss was on the deadlift. The deadlift didn't feel that much heavier. It felt a little bit heavier, but I was still able to do the reps that I was able to do, even after taking a little bit of time off from being sick and, obviously not eating that much. So there was that. But overall, it went okay. And so today I went back after a few workouts since I've been sick, and my overhead press is almost back. It's not quite there yet, but it's almost there. And everything else is kind of plugging along nicely. So it's all good. I mean, things happen. This is life, right? This is just how life is. Sometimes you get sick, sometimes you don't, and sometimes you lose your gains, and as simple as that. Although I will say this too, there's a lot of controversy right now on some of my, circles about cardio and whether or not you should do cardio. And a friend of mine recommended that I quit cardio completely. He said, look, if you're looking to get your heart rate up, then just put like a circuit at the end of your workout, and your heart rate will go up. It's no problem. Just quit cardio because it actually takes away from your gains, according to this guy. And he sent me some research and stuff like that. He shared some stuff with me, and it looked like it's been studied that if you do cardio and you're trying to get gains on the weights, it's actually counterproductive to the gains. Your muscles don't train the right way if they're constantly also training for endurance. So I quit cardio few weeks back, and I gotta say, I had been plateaued on a few different things for a little bit, and basically immediately, like the very next week after I quit cardio, I had a new personal best on overhead, new personal best on deadlift. I mean, it was like magic. So if you're trying to get stronger, you're trying to chase that 1,000 pound goal for bench press, squat, and deadlift. Maybe you need to quit cardio. Maybe that's how you got to do it. But I'm not there yet. I'm not at 1,000 pounds yet. I'm actually I'm at 905. But I got to redo the math. But the last time I checked, it was a week or so ago. I was at 905. So I've got some work to do. And so probably until I hit 1,000, I'm gonna have to stay no cardio for a while. That's just how it is. Just you got to do what you got to do, right? In any case, I wanted to just mention this post here from Josh Dawes and William Wolf because I thought it was so interesting, and I think this is very explanatory. And I've talked about this on the channel before. And so William Wolf says he has Black Lives Matter, Love is Love, Masked and Vaxxed, Trans Rights are Human Rights, I Stand with Ukraine. Let's see what he has to say about that. You don't support Ukraine? You're just a sheep following the crowd. You're just a sheep following the crowd from one progressive virtue signal to the next. So Josh says this. He says, Christians who feel bad that they can't biblically support love is love and trans rights are human rights are much more enthusiastic about Black Lives Matter, Max and Vaxxed, and standing with Ukraine to make up for it. And I think this is totally true. And I don't know if you remember, maybe a couple of years ago, I started talking about this pressure release valve. It's like a racism pressure release valve. And basically what this is like, it's like evangelicals who are, they're conservative, in comparison to like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but they're more on the liberal side. They're more effeminate. They're more, they're more pause. That's what the kids are saying these days. I'm not up on the lingo, so if I got that wrong, you could just, maybe I said something really bad. I don't know. But they're just, they're squish. You know what I'm talking about. Those kinds of evangelicals. They know that love is love, the gay stuff and the trans stuff. That's off the table. I mean, that's just a bridge too far. They can't say that stuff. They know that, right? And over time, they've heard how bigoted they are because they're against the gays or they're against trans people and all this kind of stuff. All the propaganda that you hear, you're bigoted, you would have owned slaves back in the day, you're evil, how could you be so heartless? How could you have no empathy for the plight of the gays and the trans and all this stuff? And they just hear this over and over again, and they don't like that. They don't like being that stick in the mud. They don't like being that the villain of our culture. Like, they don't, right? They hate that kind of thing. But they know they can't be for the gays. They can't be for the trannies. Like, they know that, but they really don't like that, right? When Black Lives Matter came out, though, they saw their opportunity, right? They saw their opportunity because it's like, well, I'm against racism. Yeah. And I don't want grandma to die from the sniffles. Like, I don't want that. And Ukraine, I mean, look, big bad Putin, he's a bully. I'm not for bullies. So they see these things as like, finally, I don't have to be the bigot. I can go with the culture now. The culture's right. Black Lives Matter. I mean, who could disagree? And so these things operate as pressure release valves. It's like, finally, I don't have to be getting all these insults hurled at me. I don't have to be the one that everybody says is a naughty boy. They're bad. They're evil. Finally, I have issues that I can team up with MSNBC and, whatever else they watch. I don't know what they watch. And it's like a pressure release valve. And so not only are they going to say Black Lives Matter, maxed and vaxxed, and standing with Ukraine, but they're going to go in on that stuff. They're going to lean in, In Big Eva land, you lean into things. You don't just go in, you lean in. So they're going to lean in, and they're going to start to get real aggressive about their support for Ukraine and the vaccines and the Black Lives Matter, and they're going to go in, and we've seen that. I saw that cream puff, Mike Cosper. Oh my goodness. It's just, there's just so many things I could comment on to catch up with all you guys. And we're going to catch up, don't worry. But, you see how they go in, they go overboard, you're going to love your neighbor, you got to get maxed and vaxxed, all that kind of stuff, right? And they'll put thousands of hours of time into producing this horrible content about these issues. Thousands of hours, lots of manpower. I'm talking millions of dollars. Seriously, millions of dollars to push Black Lives Matter, maxed and vaxxed, and standing with Ukraine. They will spend their own time, their own money, going in, leaning in. Because this is their pressure release valve. At least I'm one of the good guys, finally. I can't do the gay stuff, I can't do the trans stuff, but finally, there's something we can all watch MSNBC and just sing Kumbaya together. That's really what's going on here. I think if you understand that, you will understand why Mike Cosper says the brain dead things that he says, right? You'll understand that more. And here's the thing, though. This doesn't last. It definitely doesn't last. It's only a matter of time before the Cospers of the world are gay and trans, too. You know what I mean? I don't mean they're... Well, maybe gay. I don't know. I heard Mike Cosper's a little gay. Someone said that online, so it's true. Oh, man. But I mean, like, in support of that stuff, or they're already softening it, their rhetoric against that stuff. But it's only a matter of time before they support that stuff, too. I mean, that's just how these things go. You don't hold the line, and in some areas but not others, and keep that other line. That's not how it works. And eventually, you're just in full retreat. And that's what these guys are headed. They're headed to full retreat. I saw somebody say that what they do now is, I don't know if this is true. I really don't. I have a Facebook account, but I only use it for business purposes. But I heard somebody say that what they're doing now is they understand that X is a lost cause. I mean, they've lost the plot on X. There's no way. They cannot combat the sheer inertia that our side has on X. And so even though some of them still post there, they really pretty much have abandoned the platform. And so what they're doing now is they're taking our screenshots of the things that we say that are very problematic and troublesome and worrisome and fearful and all this, all the gay words they use. And that they're screenshotting it, and then they're posting it on their Facebook where it's a lot safer, right? And they're going to get a lot more pats on the back, and they're going to get people to say, oh, yeah, those Christian nationalists, it's very concerning. I don't even know if they know the love of Christ, and they're all having their little gay powwows on Facebook about the stuff we post on X, but they won't talk about it on X because they know they can't compete. I mean, there's just no question. When you can't compete in this arena, you go to a different arena. I mean, it's as simple as that. So I saw some people saying, maybe we should go back to Facebook. And I don't know. I mean, maybe we should. I mean, I'm not going to be doing that. I could be convinced. Yeah, sure, I could be convinced. But I don't have very good memories from Facebook, so I don't really care that much. But in any case. But yeah, that's what's happening now. That's what's happening now. But here's what this video is just going to be a mishmash, obviously. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to just really out of with my hat in my hands. You know what I mean? I haven't posted a video, but you know what? I'm sorry. I wish I had the time to do all the videos I have in my brain at any given time, but I just don't. But, to make it up to you guys, I'm going to put my hat back on now. To make it up to you guys, I'm going to offer to do three video suggestions from you. So requests, we call them. I guess we call them requests in the business. So if you have an idea of a video that you would like to see me do, or even a series, if it's like one of those 8-part series, I'll count that as one. But 3 topic requests. And I'm gonna look in the comment section. You could try to stack the deck and message me on LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, Twitter, X, whatever. You could try to email me. Stack the deck by asking a number of different ways and a number of different platforms. But if you have a request of a video topic, or maybe you have a video that you want me to respond to, or a podcast, let me know, and I'm gonna pick the 3 best ones, or the ones that I'm three best suited for, I guess you could say. So this could be anything. I mean, this could be something like the Apologia Radio episode that I downloaded. I wanted to listen to it today at the gym, but then I decided to listen to something else instead. And if you knew what I did listen to, you'd be like, why are you wasting your time? But yeah, I'll just tell you. I was listening to to one of those predator catches. You know what I mean? Those guys that pretend to be kids online and they catch online predators. Yeah, that's what I did instead of listening to Apologia Radio on Stephen Wolf. So anyway, but if you want me to respond to that, if you want me to comment on that, because it's funny, because I'm a theonomist, right? I actually, in general, fall more in line with the kinds of things that Jeff Durbin says about God's law and stuff like that. But I saw the topic, I saw the title, and I don't really have high hopes for it. I don't think that he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be thorough. Let's just say it that way. I think if I had to guess, he's probably going to talk around the issues instead of talking to the issues, because that's what Stephen Wolf just, like, for some reason he attracts that like there's no tomorrow. Like, people don't want to talk actually to Stephen Wolf, and I don't even mean face to face. I mean, obviously you should do that, but apparently Stephen Wolf strikes fear in the strongest among us. So you should just talk to him. But what I mean is, if you're going to do a video or a podcast about him, you should directly confront the things that he's actually saying. Instead, what I would guess is going to happen is he's probably going to talk around the issues, and he's going to probably try to sound more pious and things like that, but he's actually not going to get at the heart of what Stephen Wolf is saying. That's my guess. But if you'd like me to respond to that, just request it, and maybe I'll do it. It could be anything, though. It could be the stuff about the not defending your wife thing, the old John Piper stuff. We've talked about that before, but it's come up again. I'd be glad to talk about that. But yeah, I mean, anything you want. Let me know what your requests are, and I will consider them. And then, like I said, I will choose 3 that I'm the best suited to talk about, or that I most want to talk about. And we'll just have some fun, I can't promise I'll do a video every day this week, but I'll try to put out, three videos, in addition to this one. So I guess 4 videos, and we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time. But yeah, let me know. Let me know how you guys are doing. I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm pretty busy with my business and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. In any case, I hope you found this video helpful. God bless.